All right, let's talk about 7 side hustles you can literally start right now to build some serious wealth. And look, these aren't just pie-in-the-sky ideas. We're talking about real strategies that people, some as young as 16, are using to make thousands, and in one case, even millions of dollars. So, let's dive in.
Okay, we've got to start here with this really provocative idea. You know that path our parents and their parents took? Go to school, get the degree, land that safe, secure job? Yeah, that's not a guarantee anymore. In fact, these days, just relying on that piece of paper to build your wealth, that might be one of the riskiest things you can do.
So if that's the lie, what's the truth? Well, the alternative is all about taking control, right? It's about creating your own opportunities. And that's exactly where side hustles come into play. They are the modern answer for building a financial future that you actually control.
Okay, first up, let's talk about what I'm calling the digital gold rush. We are in this really unique moment in time where all these new platforms are basically at war with each other, fighting for creators. And this battle for your attention, it has opened up some massive opportunities for anyone who knows how to grab them, which, conveniently, brings us to our very first hustle.
So, hustle number 1, faceless short-form content. And let me introduce you to Daniel. He's just 16 years old. He started messing around on social media just for fun, like most of us. The difference? Now he's making an absolute fortune on Snapchat, and get this, without ever showing his face.
Yeah, you are seeing that number correctly. $500,000 a month, every single month. I know, it sounds completely insane, but it is real. And the reason something like this is even possible is because there's what you could call a creator war going on right now between TikTok, YouTube, Insta, and Snapchat. They're all battling for market share, for our data, for ad dollars, and to win, they are literally just throwing cash at creators. This is a super unique window of opportunity that's happening right now.
All right, let's break this down. Time to Learn gets a 4 out of 5, and you might be wondering why. It's because it's not really about fancy editing skills. It's about understanding human psychology. You have to get really good at hooking people in and giving them a payoff so they keep watching. Money needed, 1 out of 5. Super easy. If you have a phone, you're basically good to go. And the ease of making $1,000 a month, a 1. The platforms are literally giving away money. You only have to be like 0.2% as good as Daniel to hit that number. Think about that. Okay, our second hustle is also riding the same digital wave, AI animation. So let me introduce you to Mercy. He's an animator, and he uses AI tools to make these just stunning visuals. And for that, he's pulling in $8,000 to $10,000 a month, just working with online creators.
You know, this opportunity is really all about timing. And this tech adoption curve, it shows it perfectly. We are right here, at the very beginning of what's called the early majority phase for AI. This is the absolute sweet spot. We're past that super risky, weird innovator stage, but we're still way ahead of the massive crowd. If you get it now, you're basically leading the charge, before everyone else even knows they need to catch up. So for the ratings on this one, Time to Learn is a 4. Now, AI is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, for sure, but really mastering the core principles of animation, that's what's going to land you those high-paying clients. Money Needed is a 1. Why? Because it's so new, you don't need a bunch of expensive tools to stand out from the crowd. And ease of making $1,000 a month is a 2. The demand for this is just exploding right now because every online creator wants their stuff to look more premium.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Our next theme is all about monetizing what is already inside your head. We're talking about hustles where you take your unique knowledge and your skills and you turn them directly into cash.
And a perfect example of this? Discord building. Check this out. Chris Peters, he's only 19 years old, and he is on track to make $15,000 a month. And what's he doing? He's just building and managing these really complex Discord servers for creators and businesses that just don't have the tech skills to do it themselves.
And the ratings for this one are just fantastic. The Time to Learn is in that perfect sweet spot. It's complex enough that most people get confused, but it's simple enough that you can master it pretty quickly. All you need is a computer, and making your first $1,000 a month is totally achievable. But the real key here, the secret sauce, is Chris's strategy. He gave away a ton of value for free at the beginning, he made himself totally indispensable to his clients, and then he turned that into a high-paying business. Genius.
Okay, another great way to monetize your mind is through online coaching. So take a guy like Jack Jefferson. He started this online fitness coaching thing as a side hustle. It got so successful, he was bringing in $7,000 a month, that he actually quit his $70,000 a year job to do it full time. And, you know, the real win for him wasn't even just the money, it was the freedom.
the freedom to work from literally anywhere in the world.
So let's look at the numbers for this. Time to learn is a 2. I mean, if you already have a skill that people want, you just need to figure out how to package it up and sell it. Money needed is a 1. All you need is your laptop. And ease of making $1,000 a month is a solid 1. And you want to know why? Because people will always pay for convenience. They don't want to read the whole book. They want you to guide them through it personally.
All right, next up we have online writing. Now this is Adam, and he's pulling in over $10,000 a month. But here's the thing, he's not trying to write the next great American novel. No, he's a copywriter. He focuses on the stuff that businesses actually need and will pay big money for. Website copy, video scripts, social media posts. He's kind of like the magician behind the curtain, making the whole thing work.
Now, I want you to notice the time to learn rating here. It's a 5 out of 5, the highest one yet. And that's because to write well, you need deep, uninterrupted focus. And let's be honest, that is a skill that is becoming so rare in our crazy, distracted world. So if you can master that focus, you can charge a serious premium for your work. The startup cost is almost nothing. So this hustle is all about leverage. You're using your rare skill to make your clients way more successful, and you get to take a nice slice of that profit.
Okay, we're on to our final section, and this one is about playing the market. And this isn't just about making a quick buck right now. No, this is about making your money work for you over the long haul, using a mix of both active and passive strategies.
Which brings us to our 6th hustle, reselling luxury items. This is Ben Gallagher. He started this as a little side hustle, and he turned it into a £7.2 million business called Lux Collective. I mean, the market for reselling luxury goods is just booming right now, and it's all being driven by social media and a whole new generation of buyers.
Okay, let's be real about the ratings here. The learning curve is steep, a 4 out of 5. You absolutely have to learn how to spot fakes and understand the market like the back of your hand. The startup cost is also a bit higher, a 3.5. But ease of making $1,000 a month is still a 1. Why? Because the profit margins are just huge. You could hit your $1,000 goal with just 1 or 2 good sales.
And this all leads us to our final and, arguably the most important hustle of all, investing. And there's a really crucial difference we need to understand here. All the side hustles we've talked about, they generate active, fast money. Investing, that creates passive, slow money. And listen, this is not an either-or situation. The real strategy is to use the fast money you make from your hustle to fuel the slow, powerful growth of your investments. So one generates the cash and the other multiplies it for you, thanks to the magic of compounding.
So you're probably thinking, how do I invest if I'm not some Wall Street genius? It's actually super simple. You use a strategy called dollar cost averaging. All it means is that you invest a set amount of money on a regular schedule, like say $100 every single month, and you do it no matter what the market is doing, up or down. Sometimes you'll buy when prices are high, sometimes you'll buy when they're low, but over time it all averages out. It completely removes the guesswork. For example, if you just consistently put money into an S&P 500 index fund that just tracks the 500 biggest companies in the US, that has historically returned an average of over 10% a year. It is the simplest, most proven way to build real, long-term wealth.
Okay, so we've gone through a lot. What's the big picture here? What are the common threads that actually tie all of these different success stories together? Let's boil it all down to the key takeaways.
All right, here are the core principles for success. Number 1, offer massive value first, just like Chris did with his Discord servers. Number 2, leverage these new digital platforms and the creator wars like Daniel is doing. 3, master deep focus. It's a dying skill, which means you can charge a premium for it, just like Adam the writer. And finally, always remember that consistency is king. It pays off, whether you're posting a video every day or investing $100 every month. So here's the big takeaway from all of this. The old rules, they're broken. A whole new playbook for building wealth is being written as we speak. The tools are cheaper and more accessible than they have ever been. The platforms are literally paying you to be creative. And all of these opportunities are sitting right there in front of you. So the only question left is, what are you going to build?